These are the ingredients for the socket to me cake. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. Today I have a lovely cake that I would like to share with you, and it is called the socket to me pound cake, or some people say socket to me cake. And so I wanted to share with you how I make my version of this particular cake that is very popular, okay, especially during this fall season. So I wanted to invite everyone in to join me today as I make this cake, and say thank you once again to all of my supporters and subscribers out there, and to say welcome to those who are new to the channel. Okay, so without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. All of our ingredients today are at room temperature. Okay, so everything is set as it should be, with our 5 eggs, our 3 sticks of butter, okay? And that has been placed in our mixer, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and add our last stick of butter there, all right? And we're going to allow the butter to whip to a creamy consistency for about 5 to 6 minutes, okay? And then we're going to come back and I'll show you exactly what we're going to do when we add in our sugar as well, okay? Okay, so now our butter has been whipped, okay? And we're going to be adding the sugar in there so it can combine, all right? Get some of this off of here, and all those scrape downs on the side. Okay, make sure we get everything in there. All right. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna have our 3 cups of sugar here. I'm gonna be adding that. Okay, we're gonna start our mixer off on the medium. And then we're going to speed it up and let it whip and combine, okay? Let that combine for about another 5 to 6 minutes, and we'll come back, okay? And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. Okay. All right, so that is now well combined, and we're going to scrape down our sides of the mixer container here. Get all of this out of the way, and now we're going to add our 5 large eggs one at a time. That down first. We're going to turn on low speed there. Make sure you guys can see that. Great. All right. And that's about as much time you need to, allow the time to lapse between each addition of each egg, okay? just until it's well combined. Okay, we got that off of the way. Speed this up just a little bit. Scrape down our sides once again. Going to just let it spin for a few more seconds. Okay. Now we're going to do something different. Normally I have milk where I put my flavorings in there. However, we're doing this particular cake a little different. That's why I wanted to make sure I show you step by step the difference in when I'm making a pound cake or a regular particular cake that has this different set of steps in it. So I want to make sure you see this, okay? So what we're going to do now, and again, I've already taken a picture of all of the ingredients that is for this particular cake, and we'll also add it to the comment section of the video for you guys, okay? So that way you'll have all of the information available if you decide to make this cake or share it with someone, okay? All right, so we have vanilla, okay? I'm gonna be using vanilla today, as well as my favorite here, go-to, okay? Which is the Superior. Okay. Similar to the cake flavoring, okay? All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to add that 1 teaspoon of each, okay, into our mix here. Teaspoon of vanilla. All right. And we're going to mix that in. Mixing that in with our butter, our egg, and the sugar, okay? That's the point where I add the flavorings in. And then we're going to add in our sour cream and our flour, which I have already sifted with the salt and with the baking powder, okay? So that's all ready to go into the cake. I'm just gonna alternate. I'll show you exactly what this looks like. Alright, see how almost a golden yellow that is? Okay. That's the coloring of the flavoring as well as your eggs. Okay, that causes that to happen along with the butter. Okay. One thing about the socket tummy cake it has a separate filling, if you will, for the cake. It goes in the middle between the layers. So that is something I'm going to show you how I do that as well. Okay. All right. So now at this point, we're going to start adding our flour and our sour cream. Okay, alternating between the two. All right. Okay. So we're going to be adding now our flour, as I said before. Quarter cup, okay? And then you're going to be adding your sour cream, okay? This is equal to the 8 ounces of sour cream, okay? Now you can buy the sour cream that's in the little tube, should I say, which is as half right here, or you can buy the sour cream for your cake that is in the little tub. Okay, I have that also. I'm just using this one because it's much more easier to handle. Okay, and I was pretty impressed when they came out with this little container here. Pretty much what we're going to do is alternate back and forth. Also starting with your flour, as you saw I did here. And we're also going to end with the flour as well. Those steps pretty much stay consistent throughout making of the cake. Okay? I'm going to stop it and scrape down the sides. Flour off the top of there as well. Okay. Looks like it's incorporating very, very nicely. Okay. We're going to allow this to mix for another 2 to 3 minutes to make sure that everything is well incorporated. Okay? So that little sound you heard right there was the sound of my oven indicating to me that it is ready. Because this cake is going to go into an oven for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And I'm going to check it to see if it's ready, okay, at that point. And then it's going to be set at 325, okay? So now we're at the point where we are going to take this out, okay? And we're going to mix our crumble mix that goes into the center of the cake. Okay, now we have our crushed pecans. Okay, I've already did that. We have the brown sugar. To that I've added cinnamon, and I did not use nutmeg in here because of the strong, robust flavor of nutmeg, so I chose not to use it. I did, however, use allspice. Okay, now you don't have to use allspice or nutmeg. You can just use cinnamon if you prefer. However, when I bake this particular cake, I like to add something a little different. Okay, all right. So we have that. All right. Mixing that in here. All right. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, those are all of our ingredients right there. Okay. All right, I'm going to just take a little spoon here and we're going to mix all of that together. All right. Toss in our nuts, our mix, putting the seasonings in there. All right, just getting everything mixed up and ready to go. You want to try and crush your pecans as fine as possible, okay? If you have a little mixer that can crush them up for you, you can use that. Or if you can go old school, which is what I usually do, even though I do have the little hand mixer that can crush them up, I take my nuts and put it inside of some parchment paper and just take my roller and just crush it that way. So that's that, okay? And we're going to put our batter in our prepared pan here, okay? Sit on the side. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna put that in here. And this is butter that you see, okay? I like to put butter in my pans along with spraying, even though I don't have to, and you don't have to. But I prefer to do it that way because that's the way I was trained by my mom. So that's what I continue to do. And it continues to work. So that's what we're gonna do, okay? All right. Tube area. Camera down a little bit so you all can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, tighten it up a little bit. All right, good deal. All right, so we're gonna push this way up here. Okay. All right, right there. Okay. You can see exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, great. I'm just going to spoon this into the pan there, all the way around. Okay, see that? Make sure you guys see that. Okay, great. Okay. And you're just putting half of the batter in there. Okay. You're just going to go in and smooth it around like that. Okay. Try and get it as even as possible there. Smooth it around. Smooth it. We're going to take our crumble mix right here, okay? We're going to just sprinkle it around the center of the cake like that, okay? Some people use a spoon to do this, but I've been doing it a long time, so my hands are clean. So I'm comfortable with doing this like this, guys. If you all want to use a spoon to help yourself out, go right ahead. All right. Okay. So we got that done. Give you a quick little peek there. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and put the rest of this batter right on top of there. Smell, I can smell all those flavors. It smells good already. We haven't even gotten the bacon part yet. So I know it's going to taste delicious. Alright. So now we're going to get all of this off of here. Okay. We're just going to smooth this around, okay? Just push it out to the sides there. Alright. Okay, making sure we cover up those crumbles there. Alright, in the center. Going all the way around. All the way around. This batter appears to be a little thick, but that's quite alright, because that's what we're expecting it to be. Okay, so don't panic if you see it a little thick, because that's what we're expecting, and that's what it should be. Okay. All right. Okay. Just take it down like that. Around. Around. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Trying to get it as even as I can. Okay. Scrape all of that off. Like I said, it's going to go in the oven for an hour and 15 minutes. All right. Okay. I'm going to shimmy it a little bit. Okay. And once this is finished, we will come back and I'll show you exactly what our socket to me cake looks like. Stay tuned. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and make our icing for the cake while it is in the oven baking. So when that comes out, everything will be ready to go. We're going to allow it to cool, okay? So we have 2 cups of our powdered sugar. So we're going to put that in there, okay? And it calls for some flavoring as well. And this is just plain vanilla, okay? You can change up the taste of it if you like by adding a different flavor, such as almond, or you can add lemon if you want to. I think another good taste of icing that could possibly go in there is possibly rum, okay? So for this particular cake, I'm going to use vanilla, okay? We're going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. All right, so let's see here. Okay. And then we're going to use a half. Okay. There. Okay. and we're going to add 3 tablespoons of milk. Now you can use regular milk, canned milk, or buttermilk. Okay, so for this particular one, I am using buttermilk. Okay, and that's just 3 tablespoons of that. Okay. And 3. All right. Set that to the side, and we're just going to mix that, and we'll see how it turns out in terms of the consistency. I could have easily mixed this with the mixer, but I like to mix my frostings or glazes or icings by hand. It's just a habit that I have. So if you choose to mix it with a machine, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to need a little bit more liquid, and that liquid will come from our lemon. Okay, so we're going to take off any little seeds here that may be on top that I can see, and I'll hold it like this and just pretty much squeeze it into my hand. Okay, so I can catch any type of seeds there. All right. I like fresh squeezed lemon because it has that natural taste of lemon, and you pick it up right away. Okay, in anything really. Show you exactly what this is supposed to look like. Okay, see how that is? It's thick but pourable, and that's what you're looking for. Okay, all right. I'm going to set this to the side, and we're going to wait for our cake to come out of the oven and it cools, and then we're going to put our frosting or icing on top of the cake. Okay, all right, so stay tuned. Our cake is now finished, and we are going to turn it over on the cooling rack here, and I wanted you all to be able to see exactly what the cake looks like. Okay, I have a little snip of a shot already that I will be including in the video, but I wanted y'all to see it as well. Okay. All right. It sounds good. Okay. Yep. Check this off. Okay, great. No sticky. Okay. So this looks pretty good. Okay. This is what our cake looks like. Socket to me cake. Okay. All the way around there. Okay. It's still a little warm. I can feel a little heat there coming from it. It's not hot as it was. It feels a little warmth there. So we'll give it another 15-20 minutes, and we'll come back and put our icing on it, okay? Okay, our cake now is completely cooled off, and we're ready to add our finishing touches, okay, to our socket to cake. All right. Okay, so we're going to now add our little frosting here. And it's very, very thick. Okay. So I'm going to assist it a little bit by just spreading around the cake like so. Okay, you can see that. Good, good, good. Okay. So make sure I put all of this icing out onto this cake. I don't want any left over. Okay. Smells so good. Smell all the flavors in there. I mean, okay. Give you a close-up shot of that. See how that's gonna turn out so you can see. Okay. All the way around. All right. I'm not finished yet. We got one finishing touch. Now, in the picture you saw these little sprinkles here. Okay. You pick this up at your local store. Okay. And they are really, really refined sprinkles. Okay. And it has that little sugar crystal sprinkles. Really, really, really fine. I'm just gonna touch up the top of this cake with that. Now, I will show you what it looks like. Okay. That's it. That's what I want. Yes, that's exactly what I want. Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And that completes our video, guys, of our socket to me cake. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you can see how you can make this cake as well. Okay? Again, thank you for joining me here today on Diane's Decorating and More.